Celebrating women and girls in sports and talking to local women about the impact they have on our sports community. And this morning, we're focusing on a very special opportunity for girls to get a first-hand taste of playing soccer at the most elite level, thanks to the Reign FC. I am joined by Teresa Predmore this morning. Teresa, thanks so much for coming by this morning.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Of course, really appreciate it. She is the head of the Reign FC Academy. And now for people who don't know, obviously we know Reign FC. We know that is our National Women's Soccer League team here in the Pacific Northwest, but you throw academy in there. What exactly does that mean?
Well, so we started the academy after we started the pro team about 7 years ago. Actually, this is our 7th season. And when we started it, we sort of decided that we wanted to build the best women's club in the world. And so as this sort of the idea evolved, we realized we needed to not just focus on the pro level, but maybe start at the youth level as well. So there are a lot of youth clubs in the greater Seattle area, but we really wanted one that was specifically for girls, female-centered. And it has evolved into a program that is, it's expanding right now, and it's female-centered, it is run by women. There are a combination of male and female coaches in the league, and they're amazing coaches. But it's just a program for all different levels for kids who want to play the sport. And if you want to be in it at a really competitive level where maybe your eyes are focused specifically on playing pro and going to college, there's a spot for you. If you want to play high school sports and you still love soccer, there's a spot for you. And then at the younger levels, this year we started that up, and that's really exciting to watch as well.
It's absolutely wonderful. And you touched on it a little bit there, that while you have male and female coaches in this academy, it is run by women, which is something completely unique that isn't the case with any other club soccer program in the area. How beneficial do you think it is for kids to see women in positions like that?
To me, it's huge. I mean, when I looked around at all of the clubs, and I wasn't just looking in the greater Seattle area, I was taking a look across the country. It is very hard to find women in the leadership roles. It's even hard to find women in the higher level coaching roles. So I think for the girls to not just see coaches that are girls, it's for them to see the president of the academy, the coaching directors, the technical, the assistant to those people, they're all women. I think that's a huge important thing for girls to see. And we are out there at the sessions when the girls are sort of doing their tryouts, the discovery sessions is what we call them. And they have an opportunity to see that. And I was at a discovery session a couple weeks ago, and there was a couple Reign players behind me, and a girl who was maybe 13 or 14 came up to me, and she was kind of looking past me, and she had this look in her eyes like I thought she was going to say, oh, there's a Reign player. And she looked at me and she said, I've never had a girl coach before.
Aww.
And I almost cried because I thought that should not be the case. So yeah, I think for them just to know, it doesn't even matter if you want to be a soccer player, but to know that women can be in those roles is huge for little girls to see that, and for that to become normal to them.
It's absolutely incredible. And you touched on it too, that you want this at all different levels of the sport. And if you talk to anyone who plays for Reign FC, those women pride themselves on giving back to that next generation and interacting and coaching for those girls. How neat is it to see these young girls, all ages, have that exposure to professional women's soccer players?
Well, I remember the very first academy tryouts that happened. The girls were all out and they were all training in their groups, and they were all nervous and focused, and all of a sudden a group of the pro team players walked in. There was maybe 3 or 4 of them. Jess Fishlock was one of them. I remember Kim Little, who's now playing in the World Cup. She was there, one of the best players in the world. And then Bev Yanas was there. They walk in, and these girls, their eyes just were huge, and they couldn't focus anymore. They couldn't even run the drill they were supposed to be running. So it was really cool to see the excitement in their eyes, and it reminded me of being a young soccer player, and it was sort of full circle for me where I felt so proud, like I wished I had had that as a child. And so there are only 9 teams in this country, so to have the accessibility to that right here is really valuable for the young kids. And I also think it's really valuable for the pro players. They love it, and they're such kind-hearted women who want to give back. They want to grow the game, and so to see them out there voluntarily is really kind of it's a fun experience for everybody.
It's absolutely incredible. It's what it's all about, women helping women, growing the game. Teresa, thank you so much for coming in this morning and chatting with us about it. Absolutely wonderful. And if anyone out there wants more information on the Academy, you can visit therainacademy.com for more information, see how you can get your children involved, other different ways to get involved as well. Thank you again, Teresa.
Yeah, thank
you. As we continue our Women in Girls in Sports coverage this week, we'll be showcasing organizations as a whole, how they're trailblazing the game in the United States, and that's tomorrow. We're going to be talking more about the RAIN organization bill. Really exciting, and we couldn't have a better time to talk about soccer because the Women's World Cup is in full swing.
I love it. Good stuff.